a wild night at UFC 322. Just as the main card was kicking off at Madison Square Garden, all chaos broke loose. Not in the octagon, but in the crowd. And right in the middle of it all, none other than Dillon Danis. The pay-per-view broadcast had just started. John Anik, Joe Rogan, and Daniel Cormier were getting into their commentary when suddenly, a massive brawl erupted just cageside. This wasn't just a small scuffle. We're talking about one of the biggest cageside brawls in UFC history. It was so intense that it completely overshadowed the start of the event. So who was involved? Dillon Danis was seen clashing with several members of Team Khabib, the crew of the legendary Khabib Nurmagomedov. Specifically, he was going at it with fighters like Abubakar, Nurmagomedov, and Magomed Zaynukov. Videos started flooding social media almost instantly. You can see Danis throwing punches before getting completely overwhelmed by the group. He was dragged towards the media section, and things got so out of hand that security and police had to step in. In some clips, you can even see Danis being put in handcuffs before being escorted out and ejected from the entire arena. The exact trigger for the fight is still a bit murky, but what's clear is that dozens of people were caught up in the melee. It was a complete mess, involving fighters, security, and police officers trying to regain control. As you can imagine, the internet went into a frenzy. Fans had a lot to say about Danis and his involvement. One person pointed out how this whole thing just highlights the chaotic energy that always seems to surround him, and the major headache it creates for the UFC at these huge events. Another fan was just plain baffled, writing, "What is up with Dillon Danis? Is he a masochist? He seems unable to resist getting beaten up and humiliated by other men in public." It's a valid question, as this isn't the first time he's been at the center of controversy. This massive brawl at UFC 322 is just the latest chapter in the wild story of Dillon Danis. What do you guys think? Was Danis looking for trouble, or was he just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We'll be keeping a close eye on the fallout from this, so make sure you're subscribed for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.